Welcome back to Crystal Talks. Cynthia and I are thrilled to be here with you today, talking about a really unique stone today that is actually only found in the Dominican Republic in the Caribbean. It was originally discovered in 1916, and it was named by the Dominican Miguel Mendez, who rediscovered it in 1974, taking the first letters of his daughter's name, Larissa, and the Spanish word for sea, mar, to create Larimar. That's where it began. So without realizing it, I told you what we were talking about. Normally I'd say, Cynthia, tell us what we're talking about today. And I accidentally just gave it away. So we're talking about Larimar. Such a beautiful stone. So let's just dive right into it. Cynthia, what are the benefits of this beautiful stone?
It's a very calming stone. It's known as the stone of clear communications. And it helps by promoting self-confidence. It encourages us to express our deepest truths and fears, and of course that's going to help us communicate. It helps calm the mind and bestows inner peace. So of course it's wonderful for meditation. I'm sure Katie's going to talk about that in a little bit. It also helps raise our consciousness, and it facilitates contact and communication with the angelic realm. So beautiful, beautiful stone. Just imagine the peace. Or if you look at a piece of Larimar, that color is so peaceful and calming. But it also assists us in taking control of our lives by dissolving those self-sabotaging behaviors that we have, and alleviating guilt and removing fear. All of that helps bring harmony and assists us in balancing those yin-yang energies too, which is an important one. It embraces love and joy, which opens up the heart and allows us to express the unconditional love that we feel even deeper with this stone. And physically, it's very helpful in issues with high blood pressure, insomnia, fever, and certain skin disorders. So useful all around gemstone for us to work with.
Really, really cool. One of the kind of magical facts about Larimar is that it's believed to channel ancient wisdom from Atlantis, which is pretty freaking cool. Like, I think so, at least. And it's sometimes called the Atlantis Stone, as it's reference to in ancient prophecies that Atlantis was actually once a part of the Dominican Republic. And there are various authorities in metaphysics that declare what made Atlantis great was a beautiful blue stone that carried healing powers, and its description bears a resemblance to Larimar. So really it has this kind of magical, mystical like element to it that just brings in this wonder and this wisdom of Atlantis, which is really, really cool. Another really interesting thing about Larimar is that it is a cardinal water element stone. It is a water element stone, and yet it is born of fire in volcanic origins. So it is one of the few crystals that actually balances the polarities of those energies of water and fire, which can be really, really cool. And it lends to all those benefits that Cynthia just listed to us, because it has this energy of balance, of wisdom, of ancient wisdom, right? That brings in these healing powers for us today, which is really, really cool. So like Cynthia said, I'll talk to you about meditation. Really great stone to meditate with, to raise your consciousness, to receive ancient wisdom, to bring harmony to mind, body, and soul. You can also pair it with yoga poses, such as a tree pose, a goddess pose, a legs up the wall pose, which is a more meditative pose, but it really kind of resets your cells. And when you're using Larimar, it can reset in this space of wisdom throughout your body. So really, really powerful stone. Cynthia, tell us how else we can use Larimar.
Well, another interesting tidbit about, more than a tidbit actually, is it's very, very helpful to people who have suffered from trauma and are having difficulty moving on. So I would suggest that you use it, you wear it, particularly close to your heart, to promote healing from trauma. anywhere that you place it around your home, it's going to help bring in the beautiful stillness, calmness, and serenity, which we all need more of in our life. In your workplace, it's going to be one to help promote that smooth communication that we're talking about and help you keep a clear head, which is so important when you're trying to communicate with other people. We've talked about using it in meditation. And of course, it's a great one to use with essential oils in your roller bottles, right, Katie?
Absolutely. And another thing that lends to all this that we're talking about, the benefits, how to use it, this like stone of wisdom and healing of trauma and meditation and balance and all of these things, Larimar aligns with Sophia, the goddess of wisdom. So it really, really provides that wisdom. And it's a stone of clear communication because a lot of times we get unclear in our communication because we are lacking that flow of wisdom. We're disconnected from the self. We're out of balance, right? And Larimar really promotes these things, that flow of wisdom, that flow of inner truth, that balance within, balancing the polarities of who we are. Because there's always that duality there, right? There's always here and there, and we're always balancing that out, kind of finding the alignment between the two. And Larimar works really, really well in doing that. It's very supportive to you finding that alignment and that balance within. Great mantras to use with Larimar. I lead my expression empowered by the heart. I listen to the wisdom flowing within me and express myself with kindness and compassion. So really, really great mantras to pair with Larimar. And I know Cynthia mentioned using it in your bottles. So tell us what oils we can use with Larimar.
Well, as usual, we're going to ask you first to go and set your intention. What is it that you want to accomplish for yourself? And that will lead you to choose the oils for the intention that you're working for with Larimar. If true expression is your goal, then try starting with cardamom, Douglas fir, or spearmint. Harmony is going to be assisted with lavender, lemon, or copaiba. If you're looking for more peace in your life, that's your intention, then Roman chamomile, copaiba, patchouli, or Siberian fir are going to be great places to start. For a little more joy, that spark of joy and happiness is lemon, wild orange, lang lang, and melissa. Wisdom, if you want to boost that, then look for pairing it with frankincense, Douglas fir, or petitgrain. And in the physical realm, blood pressure, of course, is just one that we mentioned. The essential oils that are going to work well with the Larimar are ylang ylang, cypress, and grapefruit. As always, these are just places for you to start and listen to your intuition. Start with these. If they don't work, different ones are going to work for different people. So, try them. If you feel like maybe it's not quite getting you there, then sit with it in stillness and try a different one. Because the essential oils and the gemstones working together are really, really powerful ways for us to add to our natural healing tool belt, as we like to say. Do you have a favorite, Katie? Any of those really resonate with you?
Well, lemon is calling out to me that harmony and joy paired with the Larimar, it really seems to be a good combination to me right now. Maybe add a little bit of frankincense in there, encourage that flow of wisdom. That's kind of what's calling to me as you're talking about the different oils. So lots of good oils there, though. The history of Larimar is kind of unknown. It's likely that the Taino Indians, and I'm possibly saying that name wrong, so I do apologize if I am, who inhabited the island for thousands of years before Columbus arrived, knew of Larimar, but it wasn't until 1916 that the first official records existed of Larimar. And Larimar is also a very unique stone. It is a very uncommon stone. Again, it's only found in the Dominican Republic. An island legend says that the stone at one time was easily collected along the beach, but then there was a day where there was no more blue Larimar stones left. And so the locals explored upstream and they found the rock formation that appeared to be the source of the blue stone. So it is a very special stone, very unique stone, which also probably means it's usually a little bit more expensive. So if you're finding it super cheap, it's probably not real Larimar, real authentic Larimar. So keep that in mind. And this is a throat chakra stone, a stone of communication, connecting you to your truth. And that's really all about Larimar. Really, really beautiful stone. I'm currently trying to determine if I want to buy this ring, this Larimar ring on Etsy because it's so beautiful, but I'm like, do I want to spend the money or not? So maybe I'll jump on it and I'll have a Larimar ring to show you someday. If you would like more information about Larimar, everything we talked about today, drop PDF below and we will get that PDF out to you right away. And we'll meet you back here next week with another amazing stone.